Hi, One Best PR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from SportsbookReview.com, SBROdds.com. We're talking with Big Al McMordie from BigAl.com, and we're previewing a couple of games from NFL Week 14, and right now we're going to talk about Washington, Philadelphia. We will see what Big Al has to say, but I'm not sure there's anything you could say, Mike Brenner, that's going to pull us off Washington, right? We're both on them. We both gave them officially on Monday. We like Washington here. Philadelphia, Carson Wentz having some rookie mistakes, and we're of the opinion that that's not likely to change this week either, right?
Not at all. And, when they started 3-0, it was a big fairy tale story. And I'm from Philadelphia. I bleed Philadelphia Greene. But, reality is reality. And this team is steps away from being competitive. I don't even know if Doug Peterson's the man for the job. Don't even know if Carson Wentz is. That's all will be revealed. But Washington right now is playing good. Even though, some of their losses, they've hung in there. I think they come in, they stay focused, and they get this win. And no, there's nothing could talk me off this one, Pistol.
All right, let's go to Al McMordie. Al, there are some picks out there. There's also some -1s and a few -1.5s. Washington, Philadelphia, what do you like here?
Well, last week I had my top selection on the Arizona Cardinals against the Redskins, and Arizona rewarded us with that 31-23 victory. That was Washington's second straight loss. Now, what's interesting, it's happened all the way back at the early part of the season. These two NFC East rivals met, way back when, and it's hard to remember, but, Washington was a home underdog in that game. They were a 3-point home dog, which seems so strange when you look at what's going on now. Washington actually upset Philadelphia 27-20 on that afternoon, and now they come into this game on an 8-2 run against the spread over their last 10 games. In contrast, Philadelphia's 2-7 against the spread its last 9 games. But I guess I'm going to go against Mike here. I like Philadelphia at home in this division game. One reason, and handicappers have different ways of doing things. One reason is the schedule. This is going to be Washington's third straight road game. And going back to basically the beginning of time, NFL teams have stunk when they're playing their third road game in a row. Teams have gone 108 and 142 against the spread generally in that situation, going all the way back to 1980. And then you can even fine-tune it if you want to take a look at how teams do in their third road game when they're matched up against opponents with a win percentage of .384 or better. If those opponents are division foes, then our road team is 28-64 against the spread the last 92. So that's another negative situation here for the Redskins. Philadelphia has covered 29 of 41 in the regular season going back to 1984 when playing with revenge from a loss earlier in the year if they're not favored by 3 points in the current game. So that's another reason why I like the Eagles. And I just think, the point spread's right here for Philadelphia. They basically just have to win the game, and I'm going to take the Eagles against the Redskins.
All right. Well, Philly +1 is Al's recommended pick. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
He brought up some great points. It's hard, 3 games in a row on the road. I get that. Now, had Philadelphia even been a little bit competitive in the last couple games, I would think maybe they could sneak it in. The revenge thing, I don't know, because this team, they have no chance at a playoff. I mean, they know it. This is a team that is totally, I think it's a mess. And I just got a feeling that no matter what, 3 games in a row, Washington knows they're in the hunt big time. And I think they get them again like they did the first time, because right now there's a lot of question marks in that locker room. Nobody's buying what Doug Peterson's selling, and you got a GM talking about, did we make the right move hiring this guy? So with all that being said, I got to go against Big Al, who I respect immensely, and you'll see what happens.
Another head-to-head. Once again, Mike Brenner and I liking Washington. Big Al McMordie making a very compelling argument for Philly +1. Al McMordie's website is BigAl.com. He's kicking ass there. Flat out kicking ass.
Yes,
Al McMordie, tell us about that.
Well, last week we, capped off a tremendous year in college football. We won our Big 12 game of the year on the Oklahoma Sooners, won our Mid-American Conference game of the year on the Ohio University Bobcats. There are 10 major conferences in college football. We were 10-0 this season on our college football conference games of the year. We finished the college football season 11-1 on our plays rated 4 stars or higher. We're 3-2 in the NFL this year on our plays rated 4 stars or higher, including that big 4-star last week on the Arizona Cardinals against the Redskins. Overall, now we're 44-22, our last 66 in football. Also having a tremendous season in hockey, 71-33, our last 104 on the ice. Basketball It's been great over the last few years, 121 and 91, our last 212 in the NBA. So if folks want to join our award-winning service, they can go to bigal.com and click on subscriptions. We've got weekly, monthly, annual rates available. We also have our best picks for sale on a daily basis. They can just click on picks for sale. And then if folks just want to get complimentary selections every day, they can go to bigal.com and click on free picks, and you get 4 free picks every single day, 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, and 1 from Scott Spreitzer.
That's awesome. Al McMordie, bigal.com. Thanks so much. Talk to you again very soon.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks,
Keep up the
guys.
great work.
Okay. We'll see how the Washington-Arizona game turns out.
We
Mike.
shall
Okay,
see,
buddy.
Al.
Adios.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.